All right, Stephen, big man, I'm going here through your video from week 12. We're going to week 13 here. And I really honestly think that every time I hit you with a video response, your next week of training is better. So I'm going to hit you with some video responses. Dude, your training, that's primitive. I mean, a month or so ago, you were training outside, and now you have a spot, and I mean a literal spot inside garage. You've got enough room to put a bar. And anyway, I love it. I absolutely love it. You know that I love it. You've seen the places that I train. I mean, my gym is medieval, basic, and people either love it or they hate it. A lot of people come because it looks great for photos because it looks like a creepy, scary Halloween falling down kind of place. But that's just the way the place is. It's a place to train, not to look nice. And then I've moved things here to my house, and it's literally in my living room. We're taking up half of the entire living room with gym equipment so I can get training done right now. And I love that you've done something similar to that. Nothing has stopped you. And I really wish I could show your video. You got it unlisted. I'm seeing in here. I would start sharing it with people because I think it's highly inspirational what you're doing. Everything that you're doing. And you know what I mean. But I'm looking here at a couple of your lifts. Your SS yoke bar box squats, that's 90% of perfection right there. It really is. Your walk back you're standing up, you got your traps back, you're walking back, your walkout is solid, your depth is exactly where it needs to be. You're squatting as deep as me or deeper. Your stance isn't as wide as mine, doesn't have to be. But technically you've adjusted and you've made it work. That's so rare. It really is rare to see someone box squat and hit the angles like you're hitting with the SS yoke bar. The only thing I want you to think on is, when you're standing up and you go down and up, I want the bar to be in pretty much a vertical bar path. I know it's not going to perfectly happen, but stay with me here. If we were to remove the box and you were at a competition and you were a referee watching somebody from the side and you saw the bar path, turn the camera, you saw the bar path going that way, they're going to fall backwards. If they're squat down, their hips are here, their hips go back like that. If the bar goes down like this, they're going to fall backwards with the bar. I mean, if the bar went forward like that, they're going to dump the bar forward. So to make the box squat carry over to an actual squat, to carry over to your deadlifts, to fry the hamstrings, the bar path needs to be as close to vertical as possible. A lot of that comes from spreading the knees out as you go down, tightening the back and the arch as you go down. And a lot of that also comes from the wider stance like what I use, because I'm able to load my hips. I'm able to squat with vertical shins and keep the bar better balanced in a center place of gravity on my body. I can try to explain that better when I go to the gym and box squat on Wednesday. If you need me to, I absolutely will. Actually, I should. I've had hundreds of clients over the years that make the same mistake. And it's not a bad thing. Tons of people rock way back and then rock way forward on the box squat. But you cannot expect it to carry over to your deadlift. You cannot expect it to hit your hamstrings near as hard. And you cannot expect it to carry over to your squat as much. But you can build a heck of a box squat that way. Honest to goodness. The front good mornings with the SS yoke bar, I know I've had you move your stance out. I would like to see a little more arched back, but to be honest, you're killing those. You really are. I threw those at you because I thought I would find a weak link, and I don't think I did. I think you are extremely flexible, even with the mass that you have. Because even though, I'm looking at you here, and you've got an arch, you've got your chest up, You're going hips back. You're not bending your knees forward. Your toes are out a little bit. You're sitting on your heels. I can see that because your toes are off the ground, just a hair. And I think you're going a little bit too deep with it. And I think that maybe what's destroying the bicep and the crook of your arm. Because with that bar, with the front Zercher Good Mornings and the SS Yoke bar, the farther down you go, the more that bar rotates out. It rotates in the crevice of your bicep, and it wants to rotate out away from you, and it really eats a hole in your bicep. So it may be that you're going down too far, but it's probably just time to change exercises. Put that sucker back on your neck. I see some chains back there. Let's throw some chains on there. Let's have some fun. Looking at your deadlift, what I'm seeing with your deadlift, you're definitely strong. You've got good speed. Your back is not in the greatest positions. I'm watching the video here. That's why I'm looking down. I don't mean to be rude, because I hate it when people don't look at the camera when they're talking on camera. But I'm watching your videos and the email that you sent me. I uploaded, I don't even know if I made it public yet. I'll make it public and send you the link. I uploaded the video of me deadlifting from this past Monday. I'm here in my living room, and I deadlifted 441 plus 40 in bands. It's not much, but it's raw, and I'm coming over my torn hamstring. All my sets leading up to that, I think I did a little bit incorrectly. After that, I went to my speed deadlifts. I did 8 sets of 3 reps with 90 seconds rest in between. It's going to sound real familiar real soon. And I want you to watch as those progressed. I grab the bar, I get into position, semi-vertical shins, and then I stand up just a little bit and then quickly drop my hips down, push my knees forward just a little bit as I start to pull up, okay? You are beginning the deadlift completely dead, flat on the floor. So the first thing, there has to be some kind of movement before the movement. Now, the movement is the bar going up. There has to be something that moves before that for most people. A lot of people, powerlifters many years ago, I used to say a couple of years ago, but, a decade's gone by, did the whole rolling the bar away and then rolling it back in. It's hard to hit the exact spot. And I used to do that in my gym, but now I've got holes in the floor, and my gym floor is wobbly. So you can't roll the bar into you. It wobbles and bounces all the way back to you. But I do it by getting my hips up, dropping them down, and as soon as I hit the point of impact, boom, I explode up. But I'll send you the link. Study my deadlift videos, and there's, I think, my last 3 sets of the 8. And it's the one where I drop back down to the really light weights. If you really study that, you can see there's a light bulb moment where all of a sudden I realize, hey, I'm creating speed. I'm taking pressure off that painful hamstring. Finally getting my legs into this, and I'm coming off the ground really nicely. I want you to watch that. We're going to make some adjustments on your press. Now that I know that you have a bench in your gym, we'll start working on the press more and more. And you're loving the JM presses, so why don't we try the JM presses with the SS Yoke bar? I mean, heck, you've done everything else awesome with it. Let's try. We'll do some one-arm JM presses. I wouldn't be surprised if you couldn't do it. Man, I'm going to post this, send you your program for the week. Have a great night, man.